whoever this God that the churchy people worship, they really don't like non-humans. Whether you're the beast man, the demons, or whatever other creature on this planet, you are surely to be extremely discriminated and killed and slaughtered by this God and his people. Mainly humans. I remember in the past, it was just all the creatures, whether they're above humans or they just hate humans and they all wanted to kill humans. And humans were always the weakest species. In the old medieval folk tales that we used to read, mainly on the west side of storytelling. But now on the east side of storytelling, meaning Japan, with the isekais, it feels as if the humans become the superior species and they're always killing everybody else. They're at war with the demons, as usual. They discriminate against the beastman and the other creatures, and they kill them or enslave them. You know, so it's a different side of tellings, like with the dragons here. In the West, we slay the dragons. They're the creatures of evil, sleeping within treasures. Well, in Eastern side of storytelling, the dragons are usually highly respected. I'm going into this telling how things just have changed throughout the years when it comes to medieval folktale storytelling. And how this god and the mysterious woman who shows up at the end, who kidnaps the teacher, is not just this regular worshiping human, but also they seem to be another form of being, I believe. Probably the being that we saw in the first sequence of the season 2, the person that Hajime was fighting, who has wings. They're probably one of the higher ups that works for this god. And they're up to something. They even mentioned playing board, that my lord wants you off the playing board. So I'm guessing this god is seeing everything as a board game, a chess game, or whatever it may be. And they don't like certain pieces that appear and they want them knocked off. They probably foresee something. Okay, that's very interesting. Well, anyways, it makes me wonder why, though. Why do they discriminate against the other creatures? You thought a god would usually have their power come from, well, certain gods do. I guess I'm thinking spiritual gods are the ones that usually get their power from more worshippers. But I'm guessing this is not the kind of god, So I just answered my own question. Because I was thinking that as I was watching the episode of why didn't this god want to slaughter creatures that can easily become more worshippers for it. But I'm guessing it don't work that way. But then again, the question, why do you want to slaughter these other creatures and enslave them? What is your end game goal? I hope it's something good, or at least something that's worthy of being justified anyways. So we see the slaughter of high authority figures within one of the past ships. I guess this labyrinth is to show our gang the cruelty and the insanity of this god that they're fighting against. That the liberators were that failed to beat, so they had to run away into these labyrinths, only passing down their knowledge. And I guess this is also Curry's resolved episode, where she's still doubting herself. Hajime's even saying, I'm doubting bringing you along. You don't seem to be really into it, Maybe I should have brought you along. There's no point. Because Shia also was kind of like her, but Shia was more resolved. I guess because she already went through the torment of herself, so because of that, she already was she had no other place to go but forward. And Hajime was there. And of course, her mother told her about the future of the man that would show up to change everything. So she was all for it, even showing her, how useful she was to the game, how she could contribute. Because of that, she found her place. All the women, Shio and Tio, they agreed to be part of Hajime's harem through the authority of Yui. She says Hajime can have the women he wants, but Yui will always be number one. Where Kyori is different. She doesn't want that, She wants Hajime all to herself. As I said in the last episode, you took too long. Now that he's cool looking and so powerful, now you want to ask him out, where you could have done that originally. I wonder if the characters ever think that sometimes, and these kind of isekais, where the girl is in love with a dude who gets isekai, and she goes along with him, and then she finally confesses her feelings after a long time not seeing him. He changed, but he already has other women, he already moves on. I'm like, did you really love him? Or maybe you do love him. Well, love itself is a complicated topic itself, but it just rumbles in my mind sometimes. I see this kind of trope so many times, and it gets on my nerves too. But either way, she does find her resolve when she gets possessed by, I guess, one of the spirits there, and Hajime not back down. He's shooting her, not the point to kill her, but only the point to make this thing want to leave her body. Like, just like, bam, shooting her up. Like, you gonna hurt someone you care about? Boom. Hey, you say you weren't gonna leave. I don't do anything, so I might as well make you want to leave. And he did something good, something I do like that a lot of original MCs do, where they back down and try to talk to the thing or find some alternate route. Hajime like, nope. And Hajime has done this before. You'll have to hurt the ones he do care about in order to help them out. And he says that's the only way to do it. He will do it. He did with when Yui was they were in a dungeon and Yui was being held captive, and he shot across her, and she was like, "You shot me, well, you shot at me. Without even really hesitating, cold blood." And same thing with Shia when he threw her up as bait. And other times with Tio, he will do what he has to do for all of them to survive. That was good. And of course, they finally faced the creature they saw in the beginning of the labyrinth. And of course, Lensan. Lensan shows up, the best man, Hajime's only and ultimate best friend, Lensan the fish. The fish with the most manliest face I've ever seen in my life. And he buys some time for Hajime to do what he needs to do to get rid of the creature. And all as well that ends well. So there goes that. Another can, of course, like I always say, you can tell when the episode's about to end when you see it focusing on people you really don't care about. And that is the class. They're up in the castle who do nothing but sitting around all day, pondering on what to do. Like, dude, I get bored on my mind. I gotta do something. Because it's back then. There's no true entertainment, no internet or TV or video games or good snacks. A guy like me would be bored out of his mind. Like, come on, man. I'd rather go on the woods and train or something. Go on my own little adventure. But yeah, seems like the teacher's in big trouble. Just trying to get her off the playing board for a while to see what this god's main plan is. And that's what I really want to know. Is what's the end goal for this god, really? And what he's up to always discriminate against the other species. What they're trying to do. It reminds me of another certain god, which I'll not spoil to, that does a similar kind of thing, but on an extremely mass scale. But anyways, that's all I got for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, like, comment, subscribe, and of course, hit that bell icon. This has the Madcrown on Anime. Signing out.